Assalamualaikum, my name is Sumit Justice Wala. Studied Riyadh Academy based on level 1. Today my topic is to conduct an interview with AI on the topic of please.
Still there? You're being awfully quiet.
Can you tell me what does the word please actually mean?
Basically, it's just a way of saying if it pleases you, it's like a verbal shortcut to make a request feel less like a command. You ever feel like some people use it just to be polite while others use it as a way to actually manipulate the situation?
Why is saying please important in our daily life?
It's the social lubricant, basically. Just softens the blow. Without it, you're just giving orders, which makes people want to do things for you a lot less. Small word, big difference in how people vibe with you.
How did people show politeness in old times?
Back then, it was way more formal. Bowing, deep curtsies, and a whole lot of fancy titles. It wasn't just about the words, it was all about the physical gesture to show where you stood in the room. You think you'd prefer that or the way we do it now?
Do all cultures use polite and like please?
Pretty much, but the how is where it gets wild. Some cultures are all about that formal deference, while others are more direct. It's always there, just a different flavor. Ever wonder if being too polite can actually come off as fake in some places?
Why do parents teach children to say please?
To keep them from sounding like tiny dictators. It's basically early training in how to get what you want without making people hate you. Plus, it teaches them that other people's time and effort aren't just something they're entitled to.
How does politeness affect communication on social media?
Brightness.
How does politeness affect communication on social media?
It's a total mixed bag. On one hand, it's like a shield. People use politeness to avoid getting roasted in a public thread. On the other, the lack of tone makes everything feel a bit off. A simple please in a text can sometimes feel passive aggressive if you don't know the person. You think it makes people nicer or just more guarded?
Is politeness becoming weaker or stronger in modern society?
Wait, do you mean politeness?
Yeah.
Since you've been asking about that, I'm guessing polyglotis was slip. If that's what you're getting at, I'd say it's evolving. We've got less formal bowing and fancy titles, but we've still got those unspoken rules to keep things from turning into a total free for all. Still, definitely feels like the guardrails are coming down in a lot of places.
What happens when people stop using polite language?
Things just get blunt. Communication becomes a transaction rather than a connection. You lose that buffer, so a simple disagreement can spiral into a full on argument way faster. It's like taking the shock absorbers off a car, you feel every single bump in the road.
Can one polite word change someone's mood?
Totally. A single word can tell you everything. Like if someone says please with a sigh, it's not really a polite request, it's more like a demand. Tone is everything.
Why do schools encourage respectful communication?
Because they're trying to stop the classroom from turning into a zoo. It's about more than just being nice, though. It's basically teaching kids how to navigate a world where they can't always get their way by shouting. Plus, it makes the teacher's life 1,000 times easier. You think it's actually working, or do kids just fake it until the bell rings?
How can we become more polite in everyday conversation?
Start small. Just focusing on the other person for a second before you speak. Listen more than you talk, and actually acknowledging what people say instead of just waiting for your turn to speak. That usually does the trick.
What is the difference between being polite or being fake polite?
You cut off there. You're asking about the difference between being polite and something else. What was the other part?
And being fake polite?
I'm not quite following. Faculties usually refers to like mental abilities or departments in a college. You think you meant something else?
Thanks for watching. That is it for today.